Okay, that time I know what happened. Yes, this time what happened was I accidentally bumped my microphone. It fell onto the keyboard and hit a very important button. So hopefully you folks are all knowing the routine by now. Will come back and join us. Um, if not, it'll just be me reading questions to myself. Hopefully someone will figure it out and maybe I can get a link to. I almost did a link. Number one dude is here. It says, "Hey, Thrash Bondo Pons, you missed all the fun. I went live, and like 2 minutes into the show, it crashed. Right, so I got all set up, got all up and going again, got everyone came back to join me again, and knocked over my microphone, and apparently hit some very important button. And oh, look, everyone's coming to join us. Sean says hello again. Jimmy Neutron says again. Number one dude says, I know I woke up from my nap to rush here. Lance says, hiya again. Oh, yes. Sean, if I ask you nicely, could you drop a comment in the other live chat to let everybody know that we had another failure? I'll explain what happened when everyone's there because I don't want to keep boring people with these details. Emily Miller says, third time's a charm. It certainly is. GZ says, bad hippo, bad hippo. I'm sending him time out. Tom Henry says, hi, everyone. I want to appreciate everyone's persistence tonight. Jimmy Neutron says, my answer was graboids. What's my prize? And Double Dude says, hit the like button. Yes, hopefully more and more people will be joining. And apparently, you folks caught on really quickly what happened. Tom Lemmy says, did we get to the second question? Not yet. I want to wait for more people to show up. Keith says, okay, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for the third time. You know, I'm going to get a lot of likes from this show, I think. Lisa Fields, we were just talking about you. Can't stay long, but I wanted to say hi, everyone. Lisa, I'm so glad you decided to drop in. We were just talking about you and how you always come by to say hi in the replay, or often do. So I'm glad you were able to get here tonight. Um, Melvin says, one new stream per question. We could be here all day. Well, we're back up to 10, by the way. So most people are catching on. Dominic D says, back again. Excellent. Zublik says, the sound is weird. Can everyone else hear me okay? Tom says, thank you because I'm 1 for 1 right now. Excellent, excellent. Jimmy Neutron says, Ass Blasters. Number one dude says, I hear the. Everyone can hear okay. And yes, you see me okay. Good, good. So as long as you can hear me okay, I'll try to speak closer to the microphone. Ironically, that was what happened before. When I went to put a card down, I bumped the microphone. I won't do it again. I bumped the microphone. It fell that away and apparently hit a very important button. So that happened. But hopefully more and more people catch on because I'd like to pick up with the quiz, the game, the. Oh, by the way, I think Sean was actually going to go into the old chat and let people know what happened so they could come by here. I don't see if Sean, if you're back yet, let me know, please. Keithy says all those nice things you said about Big Ben and everybody else on the replay will be lost forever. Baked bean. Oops. Oh no, I'm going to post both. I'm going to post both. Part one and part two. Sean says, Emily Miller, so you knew Travante, good actor, gone too soon. Left a Thresh Bondapon says, left a clip. Thank you so much. Lisa Field says, I'm good, Lance, but I'm fighting a nasty cold. Oh, we're very, very sorry for you. Ken Wilkinson is good evening, Lisa. And let's see. I'm sure a few people will just bail because it's getting silly, but I'll wait. I'll wait a couple minutes just to see if everyone gets the massage. Number dude says, "Look, Big Ben kids at Parliament. Look, kids, Big Ben Parliament." Superlook says, "Baked beans for breakfast leads to morning flatulence." Of course, it does. Lynn Chapin says, "Get well soon, Lisa. Love ya, definitely. We all do. We all do." John Collins says, "Bob, you're back again. You are a persistent Massachusettsian Bay Stater, I believe is the appropriate nomenclature, not to gainsay a guest. But thank you very, very, very much. Yeah, that time again, I knocked something over and it hit a button. But anyway, Big Guys 45 says hi again, and hi to you too. And Keith says they should get the warning when the next video starts all the time. Well, yeah, Ellen Miller says, I either know the actor or the character. I really know both. My brain refuses to hold all that info. Daryl Johnson says, tag, you're it. It's what it feels like. Zublik says, is there such a thing as a Massachusettsian? Close enough, close enough. I believe Bay Stater is the appropriate term. Jimmy Neutron says, wouldn't mind having Bert Gummer as a neighbor. And Daryl John says, hit the like button quick. Lance Javen says, no, it's Tug, you're it. Lance, that was very, very clever. Tug yogurt. I love it. I love it. That's actually really funny. I wish he was here so we could bounce that off of him. And it's so funny, of course, because he does Spaceballs, and of course instead of yoga, it's yogurt. So he's talking about yogurt throughout. It's very funny. And Wilmer says there is now yeah, superplex. Hang on. Yeah, there is a Massachusettsian that now. As it says too many letters. Number one dude says, Thrash Bonapons, how's the weather out there today? Sunny 82 degrees right now. That's crazy. MMO says it's your. It's your, isn't it? Daryl Johnson says, so it's your internet. No. That time, like I said, that time it wasn't. I knocked the microphone over and it hit an important button, and that broke the connection. The first time I don't know what happened, but the second time it was me being a klutz. Joe Dunn says aliens are Bigfoot messing with your cable. All right, that I believe the way things are going. Zublik says, so what about this I'm coming again. So what about this classic jingles thing? Okay, long story short, I was talking on Facebook actually about annoying jingles. And the one that always drove me insane the most when I was a kid was Baby Alive, soft and sweet. That one drove me nuts. But what jingles were around when you guys were younger that never seemed to go away and always drove you crazy? This isn't a contest, but I just thought people might get a kick out of discussing it because, like I said, I was talking with this. Elias's mom. I was talking with her about it, and it's funny actually because there's a lot of old jingles that used to drive us crazy when we were younger. Benjamin says, "Message deleted by Jenny Staten." Oh, um, and let's just see what else we got here. Dominic D is back. 11 likes now. Excellent, Dom. Good to see you back. Thank you. Dominic D. What about ring around the collar? Yeah, not so much a jingle, but that was really obnoxious. Shannon says it's Massachusetts ghost or witches messing with Thrash's ISP. I was just watching a thing on Haunted New England, actually. Zublik says the Dr. Pepper jingle. Oh, yes, I always hit, I'm a pepper, she's a pepper. Ugh. John Burnton says, found my way back. I'm so glad you did. Oh, and it was Frank Farilla, by the way. And John Collins says, Bob, do youngsters in Massachusetts generally just like where they live because they use the state where they live in as the ultimate spelling quiz fader? They usually have better reasons to hate it than that. Tom Murray says, have it your way, have it your way, have it your way at Burger King. Yeah, that one got obnoxious too. Certainly. A lot of the fast food places had obnoxious jingles. We actually learned that in business school. They don't have to be good, but if they're obnoxious, they tend to get stuck in your head. It says the Coke jingle. I like to teach the world to sing. Wasn't that a top 40 hit that they revamped for a jingle. John Brenton says, I live in Silicon Valley. You'd think I would have been faster. It's okay. There's only so much you could do. Sean says, more pork sausage, Mom. Ding, please. Turn my brain and other Northeasterners, I'm sure. Oh, burned into my brain. Sorry, not turned, burned. And other Northeasterners, I'm sure. I'm sure you're right, certainly. Dennis Caden says vodka. Keithy says Pennsylvania is not easy to spell. I lived here for 20 years and never learned how to spell it. Just PA like everybody else. I don't blame you. Luke says stronger than dirt. New Ajax laundry detergent is stronger than dirt. It certainly is. It certainly is. Luke says just the other way around. T-Pawns. Dominic D says that Coke song was a hit single. Yeah, in the early 70s. Yep, excellent. I thought so. So tell me, we're back up to 16. That's pretty darn close. What do you think? Should I pick up with the tribute contest? I'm trying not to break anything. Oh, let's just see. Jimmy Neutron says, I was shocked in those coffee where they switched the coffee to Folgers coffee and no one was mad. They did a great, I think it was on SNL or something, where they replaced the coffee with crushed sea shells and sand, and people get violently sick. And you find, you know what it is? It's an ad for a vacuum cleaner. John Burton says the Coke jingle was made in 1969 and turned into a hit song. A song by the Carpenters went number one, was based off of what bank commercial? Sitting on top of the world? I'm sitting on top of the world. Keithy says, thanks for the gumball, Popeye. Yabba dabba do, me too. What do you know with all your pennies? Buy more gumballs. Les James says, don't squeeze the Charmin. Tom says, I agree. Zuper, correct commercial jingle is syrupy. Let's just see. Shannon says, my baloney has a first name. It's OSCAR. Yeah, it's definitely an earworm. Tom says, the Seekers sang it. Thank you. I was trying to remember who sang I'd like to buy the world of Coke. Zuper says, candy coated popcorn, peanuts, and a prize. That's what you get with Cracker Jack. I remember Cracker Jack. Emily says, send it here, Daryl, on board. Oh, Karen Lee Maloney is here. Good evening, everyone. Hey, so glad you could make it. Oh, Shock Theater is joining us. Hey, Shock Theater, welcome to the party. Thanks for joining us. Love you having fellowship. John Collins says, Bob, wasn't there supposed to be a movie or documentary about the origins of glory years of MTV? I believe there is. Carolee Maloney says, we've only just begun. Tom Emery says, I'd like to teach the world to sing was by the Seekers. Emily says, Daryl, do you think Bob will let me have it? Of course I will. I'm not even sure what we're talking about, but of course I'll let you have it. Somebody says, I am stuck on a Band-Aid and Band-Aid stuck on me. I remember that one. John Burnson says, we've only just begun was a song for Crocker Bank written by Paul Williams. Okay, I'll buy that. I still think Sitting on Top of the World is a better song for a bank, but Les James says, Armor hot dogs. The dogs kids love to bite. Dominic D says, hey, Shock. Zulu says, silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. And Caroline Maloney says, hi, Emily, Lance, and Aja. And Tom Lemery says, hi, Shock and Karen Lee. Okay, we're at 16 for 16. That is to say 16 likes and 16 people here. I'm going to pick up, and for the few people who may haven't joined us yet, well, they can catch up and replay for the contest. Oh, bite my tongue, trivia game. Okay, question 9, which, believe it or not, is where we left off. What common tourist trap gift shop, Chalky, was the basis for the TV show St. Elsewhere? I'll repeat. What tchotchke, which is commonplace in tourist trap gift shops, was the basis for the TV series St. Elsewhere? Was it A, an ashtray, B, a fake lobster, C, a snow globe, or D, a t-shirt which says, my parents went to Cape Cod and all I got was this crummy t-shirt? Ooh, people are already getting it, but I'll read it again. Was it A, an ashtray, B, a fake lobster, C, a snow globe, or D, a t-shirt which says, my parents went to Cape Cod and all I got was this crummy t-shirt? And Look, there's no idea. D. Those were really popular when I was a kid. But C, a snow globe. You found that out in the last episode. Okay, question 8. Alf, from the TV series Alf, about extraterrestrials. Alf longs to eat what? Is it A, Alf cereal, B, people, C, the cat, or D, well, anything really? I'll repeat. Alf in the TV series Alf longs to eat what? A, Alf cereal, B, people, C, the cat, or D, well, really anything. Oh, and lots of people got that one right. And yes, it's Lucky, it's specifically Lucky the cat, but yes, the cat. Gary Carpenter, I'm so glad you made it back, dude. I promise. Again, I knocked over the microphone, hit the button. Everyone's heard this 30 times. But anyway, I'm so glad you made it back. But anyway, yes, it's C, Lucky the cat. Moving on to number 7. In the sci-fi classic miniseries V, the aliens, known as the visitors, ate what? Is it A, Soylent Green, B, Long Pig, C, what the Calamants ate, or D, sea greens and proteins from the sea? I shall repeat. In sci-fi classic TV miniseries V, the aliens or visitors ate what? A, Soylent Green, B, Long Pig, C, what the Calamants ate, or D, sea greens and proteins from the sea? Ooh, Kevin Scott 76 is here. Hey, Thrash, debating if I should accept a gig to play Carrie the musical. 11 performances. Have you seen it? I have not seen Carrie the musical, but I am all about it. Based on the fact that I only just heard about it, don't know the details, I'd say it sounds like a blast. But you do you. And in answer to question 7, any answer is correct. Yes, they ate people. So Soylent Green is people. Oh, by the way, spoiler alert: the Calamants or the aliens from To Serve Man who ate people. In Logan's Run, Box he refers to proteins and sea greens from the sea are the runners that he catches and uses for food. And of course, Long Pig is, I guess, an old slang term for cannibals. Long Pig is people. I got that from Trivial Pursuit, actually. So any answer for that is correct. So if any of you want to put up scores, that'd be great. But I'm sure you all seem to be doing very, very well. Sean Innes is 4 for 4. Caroline Maloney got 3. Zublik's got 3 of 4. I'm very proud of you. You usually pride yourself on not knowing the answers to. Oh, and Gary Carpenter says, Emily, mice are rodents. Yes, they did eat mice as well, but it was revealed during the series that the visitors were going to eat people. So I will accept any answer. And Mike and Kathy says, "Are we really back?" Yes, you guys are, by the way, and I applaud. I applaud your persistence. And Kevin Wilkinson says, I got 2 right. Oh, Ken, I'm very, very proud of you. Excellent, excellent. And now we're going to pick up with question 6. In the opening sequence of The Fall Guy, Heather Thomas appears wearing what? A, the jean shorts she made popular back in the day. B, a bikini. C, nothing. Or D, a t-shirt which reads, I went to Cape Cod, all my parents got me was this crummy t-shirt. I shall repeat. In the opening sequence to the TV series The Fall Guy, Heather Thomas appears wearing what? A, the jean shorts she made popular. B, a bikini. C, nothing. Or D, a t-shirt that reads, my parents went to Cape Cod and all I got was this crummy t-shirt. Keithy says shorts. No, those were Daisy Dukes. Those were popularized by Catherine Bach. They were a big hit in the 80s. Trust me, I know. I was a teenage boy at the time. But no, the answer isn't that. A lot of you got it. B. Emma Miller says, how the hell should I know what she was wearing? You never watched The Fall Guy when you were a kid? It took place during the opening segment. But I'm sorry if you didn't get that one. But Gary Carter says, only Daisy wore shorts. No, a lot of women wore jean shorts back in the day. But in the opening title sequence for The Fall Guy, Heather Thomas comes through a set of double doors wearing a bikini. And yes. So Ellen Chapin says a bikini. Yes. Emily Miller says for Lee Majors. Yes, she did wear it for Lee Majors. And the rest of the male population of the country as well. So Luke says she is Heather Thomas. She had to wear a bikini. Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if it was in her contract. Number Dude says she got legs and knows how to use them. She certainly did. Daryl John says Mary Ann wore shorts and wore them well. She did. Yeah, she did. She did. Emily says, no, I watched the show to see Majors. Okay, well, I'm sure you noticed Heather Thomas from time to time. Gary Governor says, dude, her and Daisy Duke, yeah. Tom Laramie says Daisy wore blue jeans every once in a while. She knows she did. She even wore dresses on occasion. But anyway, moving forward, I'm going to move on to question 5. Film show host Sana Svengoolie featured what genre of film? Was it A, vintage melodrama, B, classic comedy, C, romantic matinees, or D, sci-fi horror? I shall repeat. Film show host Son of Svengoolie featured what type of film? A, vintage melodrama, B, classic comedy, C, romantic matinee, or D, sci-fi horror? Well, I suppose what you mean, most old sci-fi horror films are basically comedies, just with more blood. But no, the answer is D, and a whole bunch of you got that. And yes, Emily, you're absolutely correct. Most film show hosts show horror movies. So you could have almost guessed sci-fi horror. So Zuplex is 5 for 6. I'm so proud of you. And Keith E says sci-fi horror. Who could possibly get this wrong? Oh, and Emily says Keith. Those of us that didn't watch it, yes. But again, Emily, as you proved, you could probably guess. Question 4. In the Benny Hill show, Benny Hill's gals were called what? Benny's Babes, Tame's Dames, Hill's Angels, or nothing. They didn't bother to give them a name. I shall repeat. In the Benny Hill show, Benny Hill's gals were called what? A, Benny's Babes, B, Tame's Dames, C, Hill's Angels, or D, nothing. They never bothered to give them a name. Ooh, a lot of people guessing D. And Carolee guessed B. Tame's Dames would have been pretty cute, wouldn't it? But Keith says nothing unless they were wearing shorts. No, he called them Hill's Angels instead of Hell's Angels. They were Hill's Angels. Apparently, that was a tougher one than I thought. But Oh, Emily got it. Yeah, it is. Yes, Emily, it is Hill's Angels. Daryl Dunn says Benny Hill sucked. You either loved him or you hated him. Okay. Oh, number three. Which of the this is a fun one. It's one of those you have to pick up the one that doesn't apply. Number three. Which of these shows was not an inspiration for Thunder the Barbarian? Was it A, the Dylan Hunt Saga, B, Conan the Barbarian, C, Star Wars, or D, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe? I shall repeat. Which of these TV series was not an inspiration for Thunder the Barbarian? Was it A, the Dylan Hunt Saga, B, Conan the Barbarian, C, Star Wars, or D, He-Man? Oh, this one apparently was tougher than I thought too. I'll give a little more chance to answer here. A lot of people saying A. No, because the Dylan Hunt Saga was a post-apocalyptic series as well, and Conan the Barbarian drew inspiration from these post-apocalyptic TV series which predated it. Conan the Barbarian as well. And for those of you who said C, Star Wars, no, it's a mystic warrior who was a former slave who has a light sword and friends who are a princess and a cryptid. Some similarities there. No, the correct answer is D, He-Man, which wasn't a inspiration because He-Man and Master of the Universe came out after Thunder the Barbarian. It's the only show which came out afterwards, so it couldn't have inspired it. But again, you have to have a couple of tough questions in these trivia games, don't you? Okay, here's another. If you hated that question, I'll hit this one too. In the short-lived science fiction TV show Otherworld, it was based on. I'll come to it again. Short-lived TV series Otherworld was based on what famous '60s TV show? Was it A. Star Trek, B. The Monkees, C. Branded, or The Fugitive? D. Fugitive. And before you answer, I will give you a hint. What am I always saying? All classic U.S. sci-fi TV television is basically. I'm always saying this, but I'll read it again. Short-lived science fiction TV series Otherworld was based on what famous '60s TV show? Was it A. Star Trek, B. Gary Carpenter said The Monkees? Really? B. The Monkees, C. Branded, or D. The Fugitive? Okay, a few people guessing B. Oh, Zuplex, D. MMO says The Twilight Zone. You added you added one, The Twilight Zone. It's The Fugitive. It was one of those things where they're in an alternate universe and they're trying to get home, and every week they're trying to find the passage to get home, and they're being chased by a bad guy played by Jonathan Banks. So they're pursuing something and being pursued. It's The Fugitive, at least The Fugitive template. Which again, all classic sci-fi American television is basically The Fugitive with a sci-fi backdrop. And the number one question, at least for this week, is in vintage comedy TV series Taxi, fan favorite Jim Ignatowski did what before becoming a cabbie? Was he A, drug dealer, B, a preacher, C, an undercover narcotics officer, or D, nothing? He was a street person when they found him. I shall repeat. In vintage comedy TV series Taxi, fan favorite Jim Ignatowski did what before becoming a cabbie? Was he A, a drug dealer, B, a preacher, C, an undercover narcotics officer, or D, nothing? He was a street person when they found him. Ooh, I hit my microphone again. Um, ooh, let's see. You know, when I was writing the question, I'm like, wouldn't have that been a kick? Wouldn't that have been cool if you find out, like the last episode, that he in fact was a narcotics officer? It's like, and I heard of this rumor years ago. I've never been able to prove it. I've spent my life trying, but I heard that there was actually a script for a final episode of Hogan's Heroes where it's revealed that Clink has been an American agent the whole time and feigning his incompetence to give Hogan a free hand so that Hogan could complete his missions. Wouldn't that have been a kick? But anyway, so yeah, C would have been cool, but no. Um, but yeah, a lot of you got it. It's B. He was a preacher. They called him Reverend Jim. He was a holy man before he became a cabbie. And I suppose technically I would have accepted drug dealer because you know he sold drugs in the day as well. Gary Gardner says Bob Ross was supposed to be a secret agent. I knew he was in the Air Force, but I didn't know he was a secret agent. I wouldn't have been surprised. Daryl Johnson is semi-holy man. Oh, Ken Wilkinson's got 5 of 10. Yeah, but if you guys want to post your scores, please do. I'll try to catch them and read them. Zublik's got 7 of 10. Excellent. Karen Lee Maloney got 3 of 10. Emma Miller says she got 4 of 10, I think. Dennis Keaton says, I said all. Well, we never found out. It's never found if he was a narcotics officer. So I can't accept all because we don't know if he did. He had at one point been a street person. He was a preacher, and he certainly sold drugs. So that's 3 out of 4. I don't think he could count as all, but it would have been great if he was a narc. Sean Innes got 6 of 10. Boo. 6 of 10 is very, very good. Keith, he says 7 for 10. I came up with the shorts problem. You have a problem with the shorts? Watchamin says, I missed the last few questions. No worries, Watchamin. You can catch it in replay. Even if you know the answers, you still might not get them. Gary Carpenter got 7 to 10. Dominic D got 7 to 10. Kathy, Mike and Kathy missed a few during the blackout. Feel free to catch it. If you catch the beginning of this one, and again, I paused to let people get in. I should have paused longer. But if you would catch it in replay, you might get the first few questions. And I hope you enjoy them as well. I hope you all at least had fun. Tom Lemery says, I liked when they were taking the driver's test. What does that is one of the funniest scenes in TV history. Although my all-time favorite taxi moment is when Danny DeVito is being sued by the grifter. But you find out that in her case, she actually did break her leg. But when Danny DeVito finds out she's a con person, he decides he's going to prove it in court, and he rolls her wheelchair out the door of the courtroom and says, "Don't worry, Your Honor, she'll jump up before she reaches the stairs." And you just hear da-dun, 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 da-dun. That is, I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard the first time I saw that. I literally couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. Emily Murray says, I have to win since I'm the token lesbian here. Derek Carpenter says, I wasn't paying attention either. That's fine, neither was I. Tom Henry got 7 out of 10. Tracy Rose Myers thought that was very funny. Emily. Gary Carpenter says, EM, get you a boyfriend. Emily says, Gary, I don't want one. Ew. Dominic D says, yeah, that driver's license test score on taxi was a right. It really, really was. Tom Lemery says, Emily. Gary Carpenter says, would you rather have Lily Tomlin? Keithy says, hashtag remind. And Shannon says, just looked it up. A fellow student played by Tom Hanks introduced Jim to Funny Brownies. Yes, that one, I'm trying to remember. That one, that's like you found out Jim's backstory in that one. I've actually seen that episode. He was a Harvard student, and it was his girlfriend who starts experimenting with funny brownies, and Tom Hanks is one of the people who partake. And it's a very, very funny episode. I also love the one where he goes back to meet his family, and Victor Bonham plays his father. That one's very, very funny as well. And let's just see. Well, you know what, folks? I'm probably going to be calling it right around now. Long story short, one, I don't want to wait any more technical problems. You guys have been patient enough as it is. But two, I just recently found out I have to get up much earlier than I planned tomorrow. So I want to thank you guys for coming out to these Sunday shows. It's probably gonna be Sunday for a while. You know what I might do? I might start doing 7:30, like I've been doing with Ian. The extra half hour earlier sometimes makes it a bit of a difference. If I did it at 7:30, would you guys be able to make it for 7:30? Maybe next week I'll try it at 7:30. We'll see if that works any better. Because again, the 8 to 9, we always seem to cut just as the show's starting to get good, and people usually start joining in. Oh, Johnny says that Taxi episode had the last ever appearance of J. Pat O'Malley on TV as Louis' predecessor as dispatcher. I know the character you're talking about, but I never knew that. Wow, amazing. Oh, currently says. Oh, and Mike and Cassie says later, dudes. Oh, Tracy says thank you, Robert. You're very, very, very welcome. Gary Cameron says, okay, Em, I'm just pulling your leg. Zublik says, I have, here is another jingle. Have it your way. Have it your way. Yeah, like I say, usually fast food places were um, great sources for earworms. Zublik says 7:30 is okay. Yeah, okay, guys. So next Sunday we'll plan for 7:30. Shannon says IRL Christopher Lloyd's family are wealthy. The first movie I worked on shot at the family estate in Stamford, Connecticut. Wow, crazy. But anyway, I want to thank you guys all for showing up. I want to thank you for your patience. We had 2 technical problems tonight, going for the record. I'll try not to smash anything next time. Anyway, be good, be safe, be careful. Take care of yourselves. One more. Number one dude says, Thrash Bondopons, you the man, Thrash. It was great seeing you. Work schedule is always conflicting with the weekly stream. Yeah, unfortunately, Daryl Johnson showed up 3 times. Yes, and I appreciate all 3 of them. John H says good night, Thrash, and good night to you, John H. Thank you very, very, very much for joining us. Yeah, thank you for your persistence tonight, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll try to let it happen again. But anyway, guys, be good, be safe, be careful. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again very, 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 very soon. Peace.